This is where the hacks and psychological triggers and nudges come into play. Where if you are not there, it scales. If the person is sleeping also, that loop works. In growth, there are three terms that is understood. There are a lot of other frameworks. So let me just put the three terms. One is called a hack, which is basically that you do that particular thing for one time and it worked.
Okay.
Not necessarily if you repeat, it will work also.
Yeah.
Let's say for an example, you are writing a LinkedIn. You wrote a certain kind of a hook line using a certain kind of a smiley or an emoticon. It worked once.
Yeah.
Zaruri nahi hai that if you repeat, it will work. So that's a hack. There is something called loop.
Okay.
If you know that writing a hook in the first sentence works, you will repeat the hook. That's a loop. Then you know, okay, my content writing format of LinkedIn is that I have to write a hook first and then comes and then a CTA is there at the end. So then you have a
build
format.
a structure, like a formula.
Exactly. This is not the kind of text you will write on an Instagram. You don't need. This is not the kind of style that you will write on YouTube. On YouTube, a model will be different. That there is thumbnail, and in thumbnail I can't put a lot of keyword stuffing. So I will write 3 to 4 words ka clickbaity words. The colors I will use is different. So these are kind of hacks you understand for one product, and then if you figure out that it works every time, you create a methodology where if you are not there, it scales. For an example, in any app,
automated, right? Like
exactly.
Basically.
So in every app you check, there is something called referral systems. That as simple as on Cred, if you refer to someone, they give you 500 rupees or 300 rupees. And everyone who has figured out their own, like Oyo might be giving you some discounts on your next purchase or something like that. That is a loop that okay, I can increase my installs there. There is a particular benefit out of if the person is sleeping also, that loop works. That's basically a loop. And there are multiple types. You can build referral systems. You can build leaderboards. Leaderboards are basically on cult, let's say. And this is where the psychology comes into place. That let's say you did 10 push-ups, and I wrote a copy that, hey Rakshit, you did 10 push-ups today. Your intent to share that particular screenshot, keep it in A, versus I wrote, hey Rakshit, you did 10 push-ups. Do you know no one was able to complete this in your area?
Wow.
So the intent to share this is extremely high. Because the trigger, there is something called nudge in the psychological theories. The nudge here is not Rakshit doing 10 push-ups. The nudge here is
not, you
exactly. You are the only one who did
You're
it.
the only one.
This is where the hacks and psychological triggers and